Welcome to another episode of Good Morning Automotive. I am your host, Ron Garverick. Thank you for being on this morning. It has been a pleasure to see you guys on. Thank you once again. Thank you. I've been doing a lot of thinking and, with things that are happening in people's lives right now with the society, pushing to make yourself a lot better. One thing that I've learned is when things are not going the way you want it to go, never give up. Never give up. And they say in 2 Chronicles 15:7, but as for you, be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. Corinthians 15:58 says, therefore, my beloved brother, be steadfast, immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that the Lord, your labor is not in vain. And that is so strong for what we hear is things that God gives us. We don't need to give up. We don't need to think, man, it's so much easier to do it this way. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe it's not where I need to be in life. But on the other hand, it is. He doesn't give us things that we don't think that we can do. You just can't beat a person who won't give up. There's no failure except in no longer trying. It always seems impossible until it's done. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. That's a message that we're going to talk about today on Good Morning Automotive.
Discover your daily deal at the dating site for automobiles, StreetVW.com. Here's General Manager John Luciano.
You can save thousands on this showstopper, the revved-up Volkswagen Atlas Crossport, or get ultra-low monthly payments on all new and used vehicles, like on the Volkswagen Atlas. And remember, many Volkswagen vehicles are famous for outstanding fuel economy.
And meet the Volkswagen ID4. This affordable electric SUV is going to change everything. Hurry and discover your daily deal now at StreetVW.com. Street Volkswagen of Amarillo, 5000 South Sonsi.
Welcome back to Good Morning Automotive. I am your host, Ron Garverick. Proud sponsor of Good Morning Automotive is Street Volkswagen of Amarillo. Log on to www.streetvw.com. Find your new Volkswagen today. Also, Dealer Elite. Dealer Elite is a fine sponsor, the most recognized automotive social network in the world. Sign up now to engage with the best and brightest in the industry. That is Dealer Elite. Welcome to Good Morning Automotive. Thank you for joining me. Guys, you have made my day. Now, don't forget, we do have the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast. I do have several guests coming soon for Season 3. Season 2 had 253% more listeners and followers than 2020. And we just hit 147 countries on the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast. So thank you. Thank you for joining them. Hey, do me a favor. Log on and be part of the Automotive Architect Academy on my Facebook. Just type in Automotive Architect Academy and become a member. We are looking to get 1,000 or more by the end of this month. We're going to blow this up. We are going to blow the automotive architect nation up. We're going to help one person at a time. Everybody's going to get better. Pay it forward. And on top of that, we are not going to give up at all. 15 inspiring quotes about never giving up. Character consists of what you do on third and fourth tries. Have you ever went out and tried more than one time to do something because you never wanted to give up? You keep doing it over and over and over till you get it right. But having a winning mindset, remember, winners never quit and quitters never win. You have to take the first step and then take another. If things are not going your way, if people are doubting you, if people are thinking you just don't have what it takes, you continue to move and get better. You never give up on your dreams. That is something that we need to instill in our heads, that just because right now they don't see that you're going to make it doesn't mean you won't. You got to take it one step at a time. You got to be better. You got to remember your why. You got to keep encouraging yourself that whatever you want, you've got to go out and get it. No one's going to give it to you for free. And never stop trying. Never stop doing what you think will get you there. 11 ways to stay motivated, to keep pushing and having the mindset that you refuse to quit. Number 1, you have to find your purpose and work on it. Find your purpose and work on it continuously. Repeat, practice, repetition, whatever it is. If you want to be good at closing car deals, if you want to be better at overcoming objections, you got to work on it. You got to practice. You got to make it repetitive. You got to find a purpose and keep working at it. Number 2, this was really deep in my heart. Don't feel sorry for yourself ever. If you get turned down on something, if you want to become a manager and you are told no, don't give up on that. And don't feel sorry for yourself if you don't get it. Just keep working harder. Number 3, achieve your goals no matter what's going on around you. It doesn't matter if things in your life is not going the way you have planned. Keep going after your goals. Achieve them no matter what's going on around you. God doesn't put things in your hands, in your way, and say, I hope you fail. He puts them there to make you stronger. He puts them there to make you work harder. If you want something so bad that you can taste it, you got to push and never quit. Achieve your goals. Number 4, remember that it's supposed to be hard. Oh my goodness. By just listening to them, with the circumstances that I went through and the the decline that I experienced, I was like, man, this is too hard. I just need to step away and give up. And I'm speaking all of this by experience. I was like, oh my God, maybe it's not meant to be. I'm just going to give up. But I can't, because there's a fire inside of me. There is a will, there is a want, you are done what God has planned for you. That hits hard. You aren't done with what God has planned for you. It's true. It is true. If you're in the car business, if you're in the real estate business, if you're in the insurance business, if you're in the construction business, and you want something more, God's not done with what he has planned for you. Steve Harvey said it himself. If you are wishing for something so small, you're not going to get it. Because God wants you to wish for something bigger that you deserve. So these little petty things that are getting in our way, and we're trying to be weak and give up so easy. No, God has more plans for that. God has a bigger purpose. He has made it easier for you. Isaiah 40:29 says he gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. He gives you power to be better. Chronicles 15:7. But as for you, be strong and don't give up, for your work will be rewarded. That is what I want. Be strong, never give up, for the work will be rewarded. You keep working at what you have planned, it will come out better. Don't give up. You can't give up on what you have planned. In Acts 4:13, when they saw the courage of Peter and John and realized that they were unschooled, ordinary men, and they were astonished, and they took note that these men had been with Jesus. This is so strong. These messages in the Bible verses, these are what should make us today be better than we were yesterday. Psalms 18:31-33, for who is God besides the Lord? And who is the rock except our God? It is God who arms me with the strength and keeps my way secure. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He causes me to stand on the heights. Oh, that's so powerful, that message. But he never wants us to give up. He never wants us to stop pushing to make our lives better. That is the message that we need to keep pushing every single day. Number 5, stop viewing problems as accidents. If you keep pushing and thinking that this problem that you have is an accident, is what's going to hurt you. Fixing problems is part of your job as a salesperson, as an entrepreneur. So you should stop seeing problems as accidents to be afraid of. Problems don't go away as you grow and make more money. They actually become bigger. Once you've changed that perspective and stop labeling problems as negative accidents, you'll develop a thicker skin and focus on energy and fixing them more effectively. Stop viewing these these problems as accidents. Number 6, look at the obstacles others had to face. People have had these issues before. People have had thoughts in their minds that they're going to give up. Abraham Lincoln thought about giving up being president of the United States. Don't you think some of these billionaires have had to face problems and thought about giving up? It took 9 months to get people to figure out that, you know, if an entrepreneur had a backstory and you focused on their successful actions and not their failures, I mean, there's hundreds of examples of widely successful people who've had to go through worse problems than we've had. So this reminds me that I could do anything, and if I fail, I can continue pushing to get what I want. You should keep pushing to get what you want in life. If it's a bigger house, if it's a better car, if it's to live financially free, if it's to work on a financial plan and not a monthly budget, if it's the enough money so you could start your own business outside of whatever you're working at. But you have to remember, if you're not giving up, you have to remember your why and your why not. With little experience, I started in the car business and focused on trying to focus on me. But I remembered why I was selling cars in the first place, to help people and make a living for myself as a car salesman. Just as motivating, that was my why not. I did not want to work for someone or be a person who couldn't truly take care of himself. So when I got into management, it wasn't all about me anymore. It was all about helping others. I wanted to help others to see that they could be as successful as me. Paying it forward. No one ever helped me get to where I am today besides John Luciano. I owe that man a lot. He helped me a lot. But before John, I had nobody. John has let me become who I am today, and I'm thankful for him. But you have to remember what your why is and what your why not is. Number 8, you got to be relentlessly focused on your mission. You need to, you got to relentlessly focus on what your mission is. And that's whatever you have deep down in your soul focused on. Focus on what you need, what you want to do in your life, where you want to go, how well you want to succeed, but you don't give up. Think about that. Welcome back to the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast. I'm sorry, the Good Morning Automotive Podcast. Get those podcasts is all mixed around. Also, don't forget about the Manager TO Podcast. You can find them on all your podcast platforms, as well as the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast. You can find them on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon, Audible, and Apple iTunes. We are talking about trying to never give up. Relentlessly focus on your mission was number 8. Number 9, keep your vision clearly on the top 1%. When your vision is clear, nothing can stop you from accomplishing your goal. If the feedback you receive is not as planned, then don't waste time labeling it and allowing yourself to be distracted. Stay focused and persevere because there is very little competition in the top 1%. Focus on that really, really well, folks. Number 10, take time to reset. Now, I believe that a true motivation comes from within and that the passion is the best motivator. I love what I do and it gets me through the days that I don't feel like doing things. When things get tough, I remember that the people that I work with, the people that I'm training chose me to be their gladiator, to be their trainer, to be their mentor, to be their influencer. So I take time to meditate. I train and I even jump in my own world to clear my head and reset. I gotta jump into my own world and focus on what means a lot to me and clear my mind and reset. Sometimes you just gotta step back. If you feel like you're giving up, step back, meditate, clear your mind, and reset. Perfect. And number 11, you got to realize your life is not your own. What? What does that mean? When I reflect upon a greater purpose in my existence, it never fails to motivate me to keep moving forward. I think of I think of my wife and my kids and the role as a living example of play, courage, and commitment. I think about my wife and all the marvelous things that she's dreamed of as a little girl. I think of my ambition to make what is a reality. Now I think of my parents and what they had to sacrifice or overcome as as middle class people and my quest to make them proud, right? And everybody knows my father passed away in 99, but I still think he's there with me every time. I think the salesmen that are hardworking and how whatever decisions, entrepreneurs' decisions, business decisions I make directly impact their families. Things that I do can impact their families. So what I do to stay motivated, to get and stay motivated is I get serious. I get serious on making sure that I focus on them. Know my limiting step. And what's that? That's one skill area that's holding me back. And so I limit going to that step. I get around the right people. I want to get around the right people so I can focus on getting better for my people. And last but not least, I take care of myself. I take care of uh, what I need to do. I'm starting to eat right. I'm starting to exercise. I'm starting to meditate. Uh, Everybody knows, you need to eat better foods. You need to work out regularly. You need to get a lot of rest. That is important to me. That's important on how I can take care of my people. But I don't want you to give up because remember, uh, Philippians 4:13. I could do all this through Him who gives me strength. In all reality, I can give you all the word tracks. I can be all the motivated person that I am. But it's who He is, the Lord, God Almighty. He's the one that gives me strength. He's the one that gives you strength to be better. Think about that, guys. He is the one to make you better. I want to thank you for joining me today on the Good Morning Automotive Show. It has been a pleasure trying to be more positive, to be more motivating, to be in more inspirating because you guys deserve it. Make it loud. Bring attention. You are better than you people are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You make the Good Morning Automotive possible, and I want to thank you for that. Keep it up. I love you for it. Have a great morning. Drink a cup of coffee. Eat a bagel. Do whatever you need to do to make yourself have a good morning. This is a beautiful day. There's nothing that will stop you from getting what you want. That is the God's honest truth. I love you. Thank you again. Talk to you soon.